Hello everybody, welcome back to another video for the day. Now we're diving right back into r/niceguystories because everybody likes that good old cringy story time. You know the deal, like the video, comment down below to start up a good old discussion, and afterwards consider subscribing and ringing that notification bell. Let's go. Our first story comes to us from username Entertained Observer. Creepy nice guy tried to blackmail me and recently is convicted of revenge off-brand. Okay, so first I want to say thanks to TimTamTom for picking up my nice guy story. Well, you guess what? You're doing it again. The same cast really, but here's a refresher. M is me, L is nice guy, G is friend, D is other friend, J is ex-boyfriend. This story is about the same guy who attempted to pay me to be his girlfriend. So that story happened when I was 17. After then, thankfully, I didn't hear from him for a few years. That is, until I was 20. At this point, I had moved in with my D and was separate from J from the story for a good while. Apparently, this news got back to L that I was single. He popped up to me, and what followed were two interactions I don't think I'll ever forget. Act 1, but you're single now. L sent you a friend request. L sent you a message. Hey M, I heard you and Jay broke up, and you're single. Would you want to meet up and smoke some time? Heck no. Why the heck would you message me with that shot? Aw, well you're single now, so I was hoping you'd want to go out with me. I've been waiting for this for a while. No, I said before and I'll say it again, I have no interest with going out with you. After a few hours, well how about some nudes, and since you're being such a barch, frick clean off. For some context, after the first incident, Ella had asked me out a couple of times before blocking me when each time I said no. Act 2. I have them, I'll do what I want. Ha 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 ha, checkmate M. I have hacked your phone and taken your nudes out of your camera roll. I have them on my computer and I'll post them to Facebook unless you agree to go on a date and have a messing around with me. Oh, that's very bad. How did you hack me? I have developed a program software that allows me to hack all Android phones so I can see and do what I want in it. Oh no, I'm horrified, but one thing doesn't make sense. Oh, what is that? Be careful because I have your nudes and I'll do what I want with them if you say the wrong thing. 1. I don't take nudes. 2. I have an iPhone. And 3. Go to heck, you absolute butt wipe. You're lying. I have them. You're such a barch. Why won't you just give me a chance? I'm a nice guy. You won't give me a chance? Piss off. Act 3, Epilogue. So, the thing that reminded me of this story was that today I was feeding my daughter. G sent me a Snapchat message and screenshot of an online newspaper about Elle. We live in Northern Ireland, and the newspaper story was about Elle sharing nude photos of a child with her family members when she wouldn't date him, and he has been convicted of posting child revenge off-brand. Something sweet to end this story. This is what he deserves. Jail for all the crap he has done to this girl. See, and that's what happens. Being weird, being a nice guy, and just doing this kind of stuff is definitely gonna land you in prison because, yeah, it is definitely a federal offense. Our next story comes to us from username Trav54219. I messed up in this situation, now I feel bad. I was being a nice guy. I'm originally from New York and I decided to enroll into a college in Tennessee, so this was kind of a culture shock to me. My mindset going into the first semester of college was to smash a lot of girls, more so getting my nut off than build actual friendships / relationships with girls. For some context too, I started learning about the whole red pill female culture stuff prior to college because I'm still a virgin. However, that is a whole different story, so that played a part in changing my old mindset from high school to college. This is a small conservative college with about 2,000 students enrolled, with about half of the people being commuters. It's also 10 minutes away from a big state college and a big private college. I'm a good friend. I'm gonna call him Mike for the sake of the story. Mike is one of the most down-to-earth people I've ever met in my entire life. Me and Mike hit it off and introduced me to two of his, Courtney and Elena. Those aren't their real names, this is just for the sake of the story. I started a convo with them and had a good talk, got their Snapchats, and we all went to a party together on the weekend. I mentioned I had never been to a party, so Courtney just hit me up on Saturday for all of us to go. I thought Courtney was just a cool girl to hang with on a platonic level. No feelings have developed yet. I invite them over to a movie at my suite, and she meets my suite mate, RJ. I was sitting next to her on the couch, and after they left, my RJ said he was trying to sit next to her during the movie. He left multiple times during the movie and didn't want to watch it with us. This made me realize that he likes her, and for the same reason I developed feelings and liked her too. I told him I'm not going to stop him from going at her, and we both agreed not to get in each other's way. This was my first mistake. I should have suggested that only one of us pursue her instead of both. We basically basically competed over the same girl. He said his intentions were to smash and see where it goes, and that was also my intention too at the beginning. Basically, we all start going to some more parties together. I can see Courtney is clearly feeling RJ more than she is feeling me. We were watching a movie together, and that time RJ got under the blankets with her and they were cuddling while I was on this single couch by myself. I stepped in and out of the movie multiple times, but it was really getting me butthurt. I got jealous and I got insecure, but I didn't let her see that because I learned from the internet that you never show a girl you like insecurity. Me and Courtney start Snapchatting a lot, and we started chatting it up and joking, having a streak. I started inviting her out to study one-on-one. We're chilling, I think I'm advancing, getting to know her, and really enjoying her company. So one day I decided to bring up the idea of seeing a movie at her dorm. She sent it to our friend group chat and that we were watching a movie. I sat next to her during the movie and RJ is sitting on the floor by himself, so I can tell he was tight mad. After the movie, she got up from the couch we were sitting on. Courtney and RJ moved to the single couch and started cuddling for the rest of the night. I was sitting on the couch by myself that night while they were cuddling right in front of me while we were talking. Basically, I knew I should stop trying to go at her and give up. After that night, she started leaving my snaps on open 18 hours at a time. I thought I did something wrong. Whenever I snapped back, she would leave me on open and respond later. I told my cousin about the situation the next day. She decided to block her, which I did not want to happen. I essentially had to FaceTime her to let her know so she didn't get the wrong idea. I told her to send me her snap so she could add me back. I unblocked her and she called me fake and I left it open, and so I didn't know what to say. I was freaked up for the rest of the day. I told RJ he won and just texted her to make sure everything was good. I told her to meet me at my place to talk. I spilled the beans about the whole left on open thing and she says she had just been busy, that's why she wasn't responding to me. After the combo, I felt it was off. After that, we really didn't talk as much anymore. She stopped hanging out with him one-on-one too. Keep in mind, I wasn't really talking to Alana, and they are really close friends. One night after a Halloween party, Alana made a slick comment about me sharing women with RJ because at this point they knew what was up. I was never the same since. It was an attack on my character, but the sad part was that this is true. Since then, Courtney would never hit me up and we stopped Snapchatting. We stopped making plans in the group chat altogether. I did a lot of reflection. I felt bad about the situation. I think it's because I never really had any female companionship. Plus, my mind was so jaded to the idea of seeing girls as objects that I treated her dishonestly. I wanted to be on some chill, friendly stuff, but she doesn't reach out. I don't want to come off even more needy and desperate, so I decided to stop texting her altogether. I started questioning myself, my character, and my confidence. Because I never really had the confidence to interact with her, I stopped being myself. In turn, I stopped even trying to talk to other girls on campus after the situation because of my social anxiety and my inability to have an interesting convo with women. Recently, things have been better and we all started hanging out as a group again, but it's only Mike making the plans and not them. I'm afraid they both see me as some frick boy, and what really hurts me is the fact that they don't care. Off-brand was another big issue because during this whole situation, I stopped watching Off-brand and stopped nutting. That was until all that shot went down between me and Courtney, so I kinda stopped. I take full responsibility for what went on. I even told that to RJ because I knew I messed it up for everyone. She would only hit me up for homework after the situation, and I felt some type of the way. When I would help her, she would just leave me on open. When she hit me up, I was being petty by doing the same thing and leaving her on open for a couple of days and then responding. Since she did the same to me, I didn't like how I was like that and acting petty, so I hit her up a couple of days later on Snap, and it has been left on open. Since this situation, I stopped approaching new girls because I didn't want to come off as a frick boy. I want to take responsibility and apologize, but since it already happened, I feel like I would just annoy them by bringing it up because it happened like 2 months ago. And since then, the campus is so small, I was overthinking about what Courtney and Alana would think of me if they see me on Snap with some other women or just try to talk to other people in general. Basically, I was afraid that they would go around telling mutual people they know to stay away from me. I'm still on her private story and she still looks at my story and Instagram posts, don't know if it means anything. I'm basically overthinking everything and putting her on a pedestal, even though half of this wasn't her fault. I wasn't shot in the situation and I feel bad about it. We started hanging out, but only as groups, and I don't know how fast I should move when it comes to building the friendship again. I don't know if it will ever be the same, but I mess with her heavy be as a person. I was thinking rationally in this situation. In conclusion, I'm socially anxious. I want to be cool with them again and talk with them, text and hang out like normal, like it was before, but I don't know what to say or talk about with them without the past being on my mind. I feel like they hate me or just don't care if I hit them up anymore. I want to get this situation off my mind and stop ruminating. It was interfering with my concentration in school. I couldn't stop thinking about it. How do I be confident and with not just girls but people in general? Since the campus is so small, how do I talk and flirt with girls or just be regular without coming off as creep or frick boy? How do I stop overthinking? How do I stop caring what Courtney and Alana think and what others think of me? How do I be regular and stop being awkward with them without coming off like I want to flirt? I don't even want to mess around with Courtney. I just want to be cool with them again and not have awkward silence like a minute whenever I hang out with them or see them in public. I don't have a lot of other friends that are girls. And finally, how to stop placing my happiness and self-worth in the hand of other people, because I lost mad confidence and started questioning myself and my character after this situation. Finally, how to stop seeing girls as objects and letting my urges and my insecurities get in the way of me interacting with girls and other people. I don't want her getting the wrong idea that I'm trying to smash. Do I apologize at this point, even though it would be out of place to do it this late? This situation has been messing me up for a while and I want to move past it. And with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you would like what you had seen, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and start up a discussion if you have anything to say about the stories, and consider subscribing to the channel and turning on those notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.